अच्छा, नेपोटिज्म की आपने बात की कि है नेपोटिज्म
लीग नून या पीपल्स पार्टी या बेस्ड ऑन कैपिटलिज्म है कि जिसके
बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म फेस करना पड़ रहा है। आजम खान
तो खानदान के गिर्द ही पूरा का पूरा निजाम चलता है
और सिफारिश पर खेलने का मौका देते हैं। ऐसा
करीब करीब भी पैदा होने वाला बच्चा मालिक होता है, 50 साल से काम करने वाला पॉलिटिकल वर्कर गुलाम होता है। बेसिकली तो यही है।
फादर मोइन खान का बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस था क्योंकि
तो साहब भुट्टो साहब के बाद में नजीर साहब है, उनके बाद अब उनके साहबजादे तैयार हो रहे हैं, दरमियान में शोहर साहब आ गए, उन्होंने लीड किया है। फिर उसके बाद उनकी
वाकई रवायत खत्म होनी चाहिए। सफीना, आप हिम्मत करके ना ये शरीफ फैमिली को जरूर समझाएं।
फेस किया हम दोनों
लीड
ने।
किया है। फिर उसके बाद उनकी बहन है फरियाल तलपुर साहिबा, वो करती हैं, दूसरी हैं। तो खानदान के गिर्द ही पूरा का पूरा निजाम चलता है।
Let's talk about the most powerful currency in Pakistan. It's not the rupee, it's not US dollars, and it's certainly not your GPA. It is called Sifarish, preference culture, nepotism. Let's look around. Political dynasties, inherited. High tier family businesses, inherited. Influencer kids getting brand deals, inherited. Even getting into an elite university club executive council, frequently Sifarished. Welcome to our ethical breakdown. Inspired by Michael Sandel's justice, we have to ask an explosive question. Is nepotism ever morally justified? Or is it a systemic disease that destroys merit?
If you look through the libertarian lens, championed by thinkers like Robert Nozick, nepotism in private entities is actually pretty justified. Libertarians believe in absolute property rights. If a business owner works day and night to build his empire and pays his taxes, that empire is his sole private property. If they want to hand the keys over to their completely unqualified child, that is also their right.
Exactly. If my dad spent his whole life building a top-tier biryani empire, he shouldn't be forced to give his secret recipe and managerial control to an applicant who just applied through the portal and done an online certification in hospitality and management.
But wait, Mukhtiar, that works for biryani shops. But what happens when that exact mentality scales up to the political British and Bhutto dynasties? That is where John Rawls enters the chat and completely dismantles the libertarian paradise. Rawls tells us to step behind the veil of ignorance. Imagine you haven't even been born yet and you don't know whether your father is a multi-billionaire or if he's a hard-working laborer in Leon. If you had to design the rules of the game, would you let jobs go to the children of the most powerful?
Obviously not. You would choose Rawls' difference principle. He argues that inequalities are only justified when they work to provide maximum benefits of the least advantaged members of society. Nepotism does the exact opposite. It consolidates massive unearned advantages within a tiny elite group of society. This creates deep, structurally unfair inequalities and increases the disparity between rich and poor. According to it, the lottery of birth is valid.
To see exactly how this theoretical clash between libertarianism, entitlement, and Rawlsian fairness plays out in real life, we have staged a direct simulation. Let's look at a high-stake Karachi corporate meeting.
Hello guys, any update?
Sir, by restructuring our supply chain, we can save over 18% in the Punjab. And I have worked 60 hours previous week for the managing director position.
Excellent work, Rahil. Brilliant. Truly, your dedication as an employee over the last 4 years has been foundational. Which is exactly I want you to anchor operational team under the brand new managing director.
It's a new managing director? Sir, with all due respect, the board indicated that my performance tracking abilities are better and I should be the next managing director.
Yes, on paper, but long-term corporate governance requires a deeper vision. Meet Alice. She just landed back from London yesterday. She is taking over the MD role from this Monday morning. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Hi Rahil, oh my god, I love the charts, super aesthetic. Don't worry, I'm literally so passionate about, what do you call it? Oh, supply chain. Love that for us, we're gonna vibe so well.
Hassan, Aliza's degree is in fashion design. She doesn't know a difference between an income statement and a balance sheet. I have an MBA. I have given my sweat and blood for 4 years to this company. Where is the merit in this company?
Rahi, Look at the logo on this wall. What does it say? Hassan and Sons Logistics, not Rahil and highly qualified stranger logistics. I risked my entire life saving to build this empire. In 1990s, when the firms were rejecting my loans, I took losses. My family absorbed the risk. My friend, this company is an extension of my personal wealth. If I am passing over to my blood, that's my right.
Sir, this is not a mom and pop shop culture anymore. We have stakeholders and their whole families depend on our company. By placing someone incompetent, we are destroying the future of our company, and this is very bad for our stakeholders.
Okay, first of all, Rahel, calling me incompetent is literally a microaggression. I did a whole 2-week internship on mindful leadership in Chelsea. I understand strategy, and my dad trusts me. Is that not enough? Isn't loyalty a business ethic too?
Loyalty to the family isn't loyalty to the company. Justice means that giving people what they due on basis of teleological purpose. The purpose of managing director is to guide the firm. Merit isn't an option, it's the core condition for justice.
Spoken like a true scholar, Rahil. But let's bring it back to the Karachi reality. You need this job to support your family and pay your rent. I need someone I can completely trust my financial secrets. Alize won't betray the family fortune. So here is my final offer. You stay, do the actual train my daughter, and I will increase your basic fuel allowance by 15,000. Do we have a deal, or do you want to take your philosophical textbook to the unemployment line?
Okay, sir. I will have the training manuals ready by Monday.
Brilliant, Rahil. That's what I call corporate synergy. See you on Monday.
The dramatic boardroom clash isn't just fiction. It's happening daily across our corporate landscape. And Rahil brought up the ultimate weapon against nepotism, Aristotle.
Exactly. Aristotle uses the famous flute analogy. If you were to distribute the best flutes in society, who would you give it to? The most politically connected? The richest people? The children of previous flute makers? No. You would give it to someone who fulfills the purpose, the telos of flutes, which is to play the flute excellently and produce magnificent music.
This brings us to our final framework in Sanders' work, The Common Good. Sanders repeatedly warns that a healthy society requires a shared sense of community and civic virtue. What happens to a society when its citizens realize that above hard work, virtue, and academic brilliance, personal connection matters more?
Civic trust completely evaporates when the nepotism becomes the default setting of the nation. The social contract fractures. Citizens stop viewing the country as a shared ethical enterprise, and they stop viewing as an arena of the clinical survival. The best mind leap through the brain drain. That those who states are forced to play Rahil's game, compromising their principles just to keep their jobs.
So is nepotism ever truly justified? The libertarian says yes, because private property grants the freedom to favor our bloodlines, but the collective weight of Rawls, Aristotle, and the common good screams a no, resounding no. Nepotism breeds systematic unfairness, sabotages institutional quality, and robs qualified individuals of their dignity.
The next time we are tempted to use a shortcut, bypass a system, or ask a relative for an unearned corporate favor, we have to look into the mirror and face Sanders' core question: what's the right thing to do? Because a society built entirely on the references is a society where justice has no home.